Hey everybody, it's Pastor Ray, and first thing I want to say is this. I have been bombarded, like on social media, in person, friends, Facebook, and Instagram, everything, by people, and I actually semi-choked up this morning talking to you guys. I have had more people praying for me, send me encouraging stuff, and it was exactly 14 days ago. I had knee replacement surgery on my left knee, and I'm here to tell you the pain level is a 2 at most. We thank God and thanks for your prayers. Now the swelling level's a 400, so it's all kind of working itself out. But I spent the last 14 days going, if I'm going to be in all this pain, maybe I can study joy and literally go, when you're in pain, when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm discouraged, when I see no progress, when you fill in the blank for you. You know, in other words, I feel bummed out when, whatever the blank is for you. I went, is there a way to find joy and go back to it then? And so I have called some of my good friends that I just feel like know how to bounce back. And had incredible conversations with Bob Goff, Michael Jr. walking through an airport, Glenn Bear. I just had amazing conversations with some really good friends. And because I've really been asking one question, and here's kind of the underlying question. In our world where there's pain and we're all frustrated, or just everybody I talk to is like, I'm so stressed, I'm so tired. How do you live inspired instead of tired? How do you live inspired instead of tired? And the reason to me that's such a big thing is I think one of the tragedies of Christianity in America, one of the reasons millennials don't want our faith, one of the reasons that I meet a lot of teenagers with Christian parents who really aren't attracted to their faith, and a lot of people go to the church and they're not attracted to the faith the church has, is as a lot of Christians get older, they don't get more inspired, they just get more opinionated and harsh. And nobody I know is going, hey, where is an opinionated, joyless, uninspired person? Because that's who I want to be and that's who I want to hang out with. And so all of this stuff, sort of the theme of living inspired instead of tired. And when I was in pain and I wanted to live with some joy and inspiration instead of just being consumed by my own pain, the passage I turned to over and over and over again was John 15. And over and over and over again in John 15, Jesus, he says, look, I'm telling you this so that you will have joy. And this is, matter of fact, this is my kind of journal thing that I've been messing with. I mean, this is it. And I mean, it says John 15 at the top. And I literally just started reading over and over and over through John 15 and going, what is Jesus's prescription for joy? And I mean, I literally have 7 things here. You know, joy comes from fruitfulness. Joy comes from hopeful prayer. Joy comes from believing the next days are going to be better than your current days. Number 1 was this: joy comes from actual connection. And he says, that's why love one another. And somehow that act, you know, when he says love one another, I literally wrote down, I went, joy is who, not what. Everybody goes, you can buy something and have joy. No, joy is who, not what. And I got to experience that on Sunday night. I'm at home. Your knee's supposed to be elevated 99% of the time, like except for right now. And it's 8:45. Our Sunday night service at the Granite Bay campus is over. And these folks call Carol and go, can we drop by? And almost our entire pastoral staff drops by. Almost all of our campus pastors and their wives drop by. I mean, there's McCooney's, there's ice cream. And we spent about an hour to an hour and a half laughing, eating, and I'm just propped up in this chair. And then at the end of it, they all surrounded me, laid hands on me. Sorry, man, it's choking me up. And prayed for me. And I'm literally going, the room was filled with the love of God and the power of God and affirmation and prayer and laughter and joy in the midst of pain. And as they walked out, I literally went, it's funny, Jesus says love one another. And I went, that's just one of his prescriptions in John 15. And I went, man, sometimes all it takes is one. When they left, I felt so much better than before they walked in. And something happens when you take any of these prescriptions and put it in your life. And what I'm really here to say is this. It has been a privilege. I've had all this downtime, which means I got to hang out with you all for this week and have some conversations from a real place. And I'm here to say this. I believe this. God wants you to start believing that He's got better days ahead. I believe this, no matter how tired you are, God would rather take how tired you are and replace it with inspiration. He wants us all living inspired lives instead of tired lives. And fortunately, the passage that I turn to over and over and over again and have been studying for the last 14 days is John 15. And I just want to say this, if you're in our region, okay, Santa Rosa, whatever, near Northern California, and you're anywhere near one of our campuses, all of our campuses this weekend are teaching John 15, and the theme is God's prescription for living an inspired life in the midst of tired. In other words, how do you bounce back? How do you live with joy? And so I would encourage you, clear the decks and make it to one of those. The vast majority of you are going, hey, whoa, wait a second, man, I live in Australia, okay? You can join us online. But if there were ever a week to get something down, I actually believe this. When God's people start putting the prescription of Jesus in John 15 back in their lives, no matter how much pain you're in, you will end up living inspired instead of tired. And for me, that's been a very good thing. And really, from the bottom of my heart, I just wanted to say to you, I don't think I've been in this kind of pain for a long time, or this, frankly, worried about my health, all of that kind of stuff. But it all looks way better now. But what has gotten me through this has been John 15 and the prayers and connection with God's people. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. And please, for God's sake, for your future's sake, don't go it alone. Get some people in your life. God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you this weekend, online or in person. God bless.